Hello farmers, welcome back to Hazzard County. First day of fall has arrived. It is early morning. I've already taken care of the animals. We are harvesting some fields today, as you would have probably already guessed. We will be in the soybean field with the class Lexian. Where is the CR1090, you might ask? Well, he is over at the wheat field. He's harvesting the wheat. Yeah, we're going to harvest two fields at once. Well, I'm going to harvest one field, and the CR1090 worker is going to go ahead and harvest the other field. No straw swath, please. That's what we're doing with the wheat field, no straw swath. So hopefully he can get that field done. As we know, that combine can hold 60,000 liters. I do have the auger wagon over there for him, so I may have to go over there and unload him once, maybe twice, I don't know. We'll see how it gets along. I just want to get the fields harvested as soon as I can, only because there is some rain, not today, but there is some rain in the forecast for our fall. Quite a bit of rain, actually. I think 3 to 6 days of fall have rain. And with crop moisture being on, it can be a hassle sometimes waiting for that crop to dry up. If it gets too bad, I guess I could always go into the seasons menu and turn off crop moisture. And then we can just harvest when it's not raining. We're fine, but I like to leave it on if I can. Our cotton fields are ready for harvest, but I don't have the cash at the moment to buy the cotton module harvester. I need about $450,000 for the modded one that we will be buying. So I don't need that much more cash. I'm just waiting for some prices to be better. Still no great demand on the diesel fuel, which, you know, I've said it many times, but I don't have the diesel fuel. I get great demands like every 12 hours or whatever. I've had it now since, well, we usually make it in the winter. Almost a full year without a great demand for diesel fuel or ethanol fuel or whatever it's called. Yeah, so we don't get no great demand on that. The canola, we have 700,000 liters of canola. The price gets better as fall goes on, so I'm waiting for something on that. But I mean, if it comes down to it, I will sell either or just to get the cash. But since right now I got the harvesters I do need for fields that we can harvest, we'll go ahead and do that. So that's what we're doing. And that's why we're doing the soybean field. I decided to do the soybean field because it's bigger. I probably should have put the Lexian on the wheat field, but then I thought, you know what, if I put the worker on the wheat field and use a CR1090, he can go quite a ways holding 60,000 liters before I have to keep going back and forth. I'll be busy enough here with Lexian, even though this holds 18,000 liters with soybeans. I'll be here unloading this often. So, yep, that's why we're in the Lexian and the worker gets the New Holland. I think this is probably the better way to set it on up. So our root crop over by the sheep farm, those are still growing, hopefully. It says it's growing. They should be ready for harvest probably in a couple of days, I would assume. Actually, you can kind of see through the tree line up ahead that reddish color. That would be our red cabbage. On the left, you can see the green. That's our cabbage. But yeah, the red cabbage is really showing up from over here. That's pretty interesting. Didn't think it would just like pop like that. But it does. Showing up nicely. How am I doing on my levels here? We're doing fine. I do love this combine. Really nice. As for base game combine, it's my favorite one now. All because, well, it's green and it does this out the back when it chops the swath. So how much soybeans are we to get? Who the heck knows? I don't know. The field is in pretty good condition. We do have some weeds in here, but I don't see where it's worth it to go around trying to weed them, so I'm not going to bother. Just not going to bother. To me, I'm going to spend more cash and time trying to get rid of the weeds that are in the field than probably will get back on it, so that's my choice. I don't know if season goes on. We are in season 3. So I don't know if the season goes on, if I don't keep waiting till the weeds get worse and worse and worse. I don't know. And I am just about full here. I'm trying to get too close to that tree to make sure I get all the crop. No crop must be left behind. Meanwhile, trying to keep my eye on the crop level in the combine. Hopefully I can get around the corner, but I don't think that's going to... That corner's a long ways off, but hopefully I can find some space here somewhere. Oop, too far. Yep, watching the crop line. Alright, pipe out. Let's go grab our truck, which is way the heck down here. I do have the worker doing 3 headlands in field 37. I battled myself a little bit saying leave a straw swath and I'll pick it up either later this fall, or if we ever come back to the map we'll pick it up then. I'm thinking, no, I got plenty of straw right now, so I'm going to consider myself good on it. So I just said, no, straw swath, that way I don't have to deal with it. That way I just don't have to deal with it. I know I keep saying I may come back to this map later on. Probably the way new maps come out, I would probably say it's a slim chance that we come back here, but you never know. I'm trying to think ever in my farming simulator playing time if I've ever gone back to a map. I've gone back to maps when a new farming simulator comes out. So like the Pacific Northwest, I played it on 17, I played it again on 19. West Bridge Hills now, that was out in 13. Yeah, it was out in 13. And we have that as our multiplayer map. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I get in the multiplayer map? Well, if you hop on the Discord channel, you can find all the information what you need to do to get in the multiplayer map. He needs to be unloaded, so that's kind of like perfect timing, I suppose. Where did I leave? There it is. I'm not sure exactly where my combine is. In this field here, I don't want to say the combine misses it, but the way the ground mesh I think is laid here, yeah, the header tends to miss it. You have to go certain angles to get it. Where, oh where is my combine's pretty big, you can't miss it, right? It's got to be down over the hill. So you filled up in about almost 2 headlands, alright. Now the thing is, with course play, I think the second he starts unloading, once he sees his grain tank isn't completely full, he's going to fire up and go. So I'll have to go along beside him, which is not a problem. I probably should have had a Dukes Fire doing this. He has a little bit more horsepower than this. Almost a case, but it's Massey Ferguson. I think this Massey Ferguson should be able to handle this no problem. Alright, I'll leave you here, even though I probably should go empty it. We should be empty here, which we are. And now I can get back to work on harvesting the soybean field. Yeah, I was going to first just harvest each field one at a time, but was it last season? Yeah, last season, the first season, we had these fields that we didn't get a chance to harvest all the fields because of some crop being wet, or we had to wait and wait. So I don't want to do that again. So soon, if I got the equipment to do so, I thought about putting both combines in this field and doing like we did last time with the canola field. I said, you know what? As long as both combines are going, I'm getting work done. So let's try to get the wheat field done and the soybean field done. So I did take care of the animals this morning. I think we're up to 34 cows now, 34, 35. And of course, every time we get a new cow, that just means there's another cow producing milk. I think we're over 100,000 liters on milk now, which is great. So if I get a great demand on milk or canola, fuel, I think those are the 3 we're looking for. I kind of stopped doing the strawberry patch only because in order to do the strawberry patch, I got to fill a tanker full of water. Well, I don't have to fill it full of water, but I don't want the tanker to have any water in it in case there's a great demand for the fuel, because then I have no way to empty it. In 17, there was a mod that we could empty our trailers. So if you had water into it, you can just dump the water on the ground. I haven't seen that mod for 19. So that would be nice to have at one point. Or I could just buy another trailer. But I'm trying to avoid buying stuff when we're just about wrapping up the series here. Our hops are hopping along. When it comes time to harvest those, we'll kind of do the same thing. We'll put the New Holland in one field, and we'll be in the Lexington in the other. Yeah, so we need about $450,000 for our case cotton module harvester. So just another $150,000 in cash. So I can scrounge that up somewhere. For what canola is going for right now, I can take one of my trailers that's on the Volvo truck and just fill that up, and we go make a delivery somewhere. It's going for over $1,000 per, and that holds $120,000. So that might get me there. Be nice when I get one headland done here. That way I got room for the truck to come alongside. I just got to remember there is a little bit more of this field on the other side of the riverbed. I do have my work cut out for me. Yeah, I kind of started in the morning, actually before daylight. I slept until 6:30. I'm like, oh, it's 6:30, it'd be fine. On the first day of fall, 6:30 is not fine. It was kind of dark out. But that's why they make headlights on tractors, right? I have noticed that playing more like on the multiplayer map. We don't really skip time on that map, so it tends to get really dark when it turns nighttime, and then like an hour or two after dark, the quote-unquote moon comes out, and it's almost like you can see, we can see just fine. And then just before daybreak, it gets dark, really dark again. I don't really do much recording in the nighttime because, well, that doesn't make good for viewing now, does it? I probably should have cut a path through the center of the field, because now my truck is like on the other side of the field, dead center, so I have to drive all the way around to come up and empty this thing out, but it'll be okay. I was hoping to get to the edge of the field here, but the sooner it fills up, that just means more crop for us. So instead of running over my crop like I did last time, let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Yeah, so here we are. Here's my truck. So I either got to go all the way around this way or go all the way around that way, and since my truck is already facing one direction. But that trailer looks awfully weird. Having 18,000 liters of soybean in there, it just looks like it doesn't have nothing in it. Let's zoom on around, empty out the combine. And yeah, let's hop to it. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get this field done. 8:30 in the morning at ×5 speed. I'm guessing at least until noon, I would think. But like always, you don't know until you get the job done, and then you can see. And that's what we're going to do. Well, as you can see, the CR109 is getting along rather well, harvesting the wheat. Matter of fact, it's just about done. The combine is saying it's full. And as you can see, I got the Dutes Far hauling the auger wagon. Yeah, the Massey Ferguson was struggling hauling a good amount of this stuff around. So hopefully I got you blocked so you don't take off. Good, you're going to stay right there? Good. Yeah, sometimes when course play starts to unload, if it's got a free path, it'll just fire up and continue. Yeah, the Massey Ferguson, I was trying to come up the hill as we saw where he unloaded before, and I can only do like maybe 5 miles an hour, and of course the combine's doing 12. I was like, yeah, I'll switch out tractors. So the good news is the CR1090 should be able to finish the rest of the field no problem, and yeah, he or she, I don't know. The worker will let themselves out. Let's go ahead and unload this into the silo. I didn't approach it too well now, did I? Of course not. I like the fact that there's no beams in this part of the silo, so you can just pull up alongside and unload it. We'll leave that there to finish what it's doing. Here's where we are. So we got the peninsula done right here. And I was unloading into the truck because I was just about full. I said, well, might as well unload it before I start making another trip around the field. Nudge the truck just a little bit. And hopefully I can kind of make it all the way around. If not, I should be rather close to where the truck is. So I think I got somewhere around 3 loads of the combine into that truck already. And now it's got the rest of the field to do. But now the good news is the wheat field's been harvested and done. We'll get this field done today. So I am thinking, well, of course we'll have, you know, you're watching this video today. We'll have one tomorrow and probably the 2 next week. And we should be done here on Hazzard County. What will be taking its place? I'm thinking the Pacific Northwest will be taken over. I'll be doing 4 episodes of the Pacific Northwest a week until the next map I will be playing on comes out. And the reason why I'm choosing the Pacific Northwest to do 4 episodes on, I'm trying to help that series along. I mean, next episode should be episode 100. Yeah, triple digits. And I'm not halfway through paying that loan just yet. But with the new sale market or self-marketing thing that we put down that map, I think that's going to improve paying off the loan a lot quicker. I'm trying to figure out how many more episodes I got on that map before I pay off that loan. It's not going to be another 100, I don't think. Yeah, this header here does catch the ground once in a while, but this is not the header made for this combine. This is a modded header that we have on here. That's why we're harvesting at 12. But it doesn't catch. If you remember, way back when we started doing a bigger harvester, I tried a John Deere harvester for this, and I was trying to use this header for the John Deere, and the John Deere was clipping the ground everywhere with the header. So, but I will say this, I'm not a big fan of the John Deere harvesters. I just don't like the looks of them at all. My favorite color is green though, so that had it going for it, but I just don't like the looks of the John Deere harvesters at all. Yes, I do know my course play worker is done. I'll have to go take care of him so I don't see that in the screen for the next. I say I probably got like another hour of harvesting to do here in real time. Then of course I got to do the field right over there, but that won't take too long. That's not a big section of the field. But I thought I'd bring it back just for a little bit of an update. Yeah, so our wheat field is done. I probably got 100, probably like 200,000 liters of wheat off that field, which is more than what we need if I were to continue playing. I don't think I would need to make any more seed for next season either, because I think I only went through not even half the seed that we made. And of course I got plenty of feed for the chickens. Now, I have noticed the chickens in seasons do not produce as many eggs as they do in the base game. But then again, I don't think the chickens are going to lay eggs year round. It's kind of like the sheep don't produce wool year round, and the cows will not produce milk. I don't think the cows produce milk year round after they give offspring. But really, when it comes to animals, all I can just have animals on the farm, and on seasons I just put down animals. I'll let them do what they need to do, and I'll take care of them. Although having 4 different kind of animals on during seasons is a bit too much, because you do have to take care of them every 2 days. And really, I mean, I guess it would be fine if you had it all in one place, but the sheep and The sheep are kind of in one spot, the horses are in one spot, the chickens and the cows are in the same location. Yeah, I'm just thinking, if I knew I was continuing the series without stopping next week, I'd probably have the Massey Ferguson and our class tractor prepping the field number 40 that we harvested last time. I spread some fertilizer down on it and then go ahead and cultivate it. That way it's ready to go. But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and keep on continuing harvesting this field. I'm going to go and take care of the CR1090 so that's not flashing in my face, like I said, for the next hour. And I'll bring it back a little bit later, hopefully, probably when I'm done harvesting the main field. And we'll finish up harvesting the little section on the other side. Hopefully by then I might have a full trailer of soybean here. Well, I was kind of hoping to get this field kind of done around the noon hour, but it is now 3:30 in the afternoon, and we're finally getting over to the other side of the riverbed here. I still haven't had to bring the trailer to unload it at all, so I don't have 240,000 liters, but we are getting there. We are pretty close. I'm thinking probably this field here might push the trailer to its limits. And I kind of forgot this, for some reason, this field here, next to the riverbed, it kind of binds up my header at the beginning and it frees up a little bit. That's why we're not going as fast. But I'm sure the header needs some repair anyways, although I wasn't really seeing much of a drop off in the big field, and now I'm hitting a tree because the field is pushing me to the left. Come on now. I've been harvesting long enough. I would like to finish this job at some point today. There, now it's starting to feel a little bit better. There we go. Any of this my soybean over here? Can I harvest any of this? Come on. Why not? So I was checking the prices on the soybeans. I'm like, well, instead of, I need a little bit of cash. I said, well, how about instead of bringing it to the silo, if the market's good, I'll go ahead and sell the soybean. Now, the soybean price is actually, it's over $1,000 per right now, but this is the worst time of the year to be selling soybeans according to seasons. I need to be selling it in spring when it's worth a lot more. So, like right now, it's like $1,200 per, and I think in the springtime you get up to like $16. So I definitely don't want to be selling this. I think what it's going to come down to is I'll be selling the diesel fuel to do our next harvest tomorrow. Depends on when I wake up, because I'm not going to try to do another harvest today. Being fall, it's going to get dark earlier and earlier. So the only other thing I could be doing right now is harvest the cotton, and the cotton's going to take me a while, because I'm just going to buy one cotton harvester, and I got 2 fields to do it in, so it will take a little bit of time to do so. But if I wake up on day 2 of fall and the hops are ready to harvest, I'll probably do the hops and just keep on delaying buying a cotton harvester or root crop harvester. Still keep my fingers crossed for a great demand on the fuel or anything else I might have. Even the milk would not be too bad. Like I said, I got over 100,000 liters of milk sitting at the cows. So, yeah, I could sell that as well. Just need $150,000. That's all I need to get the cotton module harvester. But then I'll need another $500,000 to buy the root crop harvester and our 2 headers. But that's probably the last thing we'll be doing is harvesting the root crops. It's not going to be too hard to brush through those 2 small fields or 3 small fields. Yeah, by the time I wrap up harvesting this field and get everything back and put everything away that I need to, yeah, I'm not going to have much time to do anything else in this in-game day. But if you're wondering how long in real time it took to harvest this field with a modded header, which we harvest at 12 miles an hour, field 39 I think is what we're in. It's going to be pretty close to 2 hours for harvesting with one harvester at 12 miles an hour. And this is why I did not want to plant any cereal crop. I did not want to do any more straw bales because we did that last year, and that took forever. And it's not because I wanted to do cereal crop. It's because when we bought the land, that was what was already planted in the fields. I'm kind of hoping I can finish this section of the field without having to empty out. I think I should be able to. It's going to be close. And my guess is when I go to empty this into the trailer, it's probably not going to take it all. So I do have $300,000 in the bank account. It's just getting me a little frustrated. I'm like, come on, fuel. Give me a great demand. And probably what's going to happen now, it has worked out a couple times in my favor. I'm not sure on this map to where it's like, I need a great demand on this so I can go ahead and sell that stuff. And like an hour later, it's like, hey, here's a great demand on that. It's like, oh, well, thank you. I think that last happened on the Pacific Northwest when I was like, I need a great demand for sugar. And it happened. Yep, so it definitely looks like probably after today 3 more episodes, and we'll pack everything away here. Yeah, the one thing I will say when I first got on this map was like, yep, it's going to be great, which it has been. The problem is I think the fields are just a little bit on the big side to try to do single player videos on. Turn the header off. We are good to go. And the harvest is done. Yep, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But the one thing about big fields, it means big yields, big money. Wait, that's way too close. Let's back it on up. And the question is, are you going to take it all, or probably leave like, what, 50 liters in the combine? It's probably what it might do. I'm trying to compare it to the front trailer, how it looks when the front trailer's full. Alright, so not quite 50 liters, but yeah. Anyways. This needs to go into the silo because I'm definitely not going to sell it for the price that it is. I mean, the price isn't bad, but definitely a lot better in the springtime. If I get $400 more per 1,000 liters in the springtime, that's when I'll have to wait. So I'm going to bring this back. So we got our wheat field, field 35 harvested. This field 39 harvested. Yeah, tomorrow might be either the cotton fields or it might be the hops. One or the other. It's going to be one of the two. And if it's hop fields, yep, we'll have the New Holland CR 1090 in one field. We'll be in the other. The thing is about the CR 1090, it probably will finish before we do because it's not going to stop as often to empty. And then when it comes time to the cotton fields, the good thing about that is I can just keep on harvesting and spit out the bales in the field, and we'll go around with the autoloader later on. The cotton price is going to help us out a bit because the cotton doesn't seem like there's really a good time or a bad time to sell cotton in seasons on this map, so might just sell those right away, which that's where money might come from for the root crop harvester. At least that's what I'm thinking. But all I'm going to do the rest of today is I'm just going to go ahead and put this into our silo, bring our Class Flexion combine back down to here. I'll take the rest of the crops out. And at the CR1090 is already at the farm. I do have a little bit of wheat in there, and I might put that little bit of wheat because it's right next to the seed maker. I might go ahead and just put that right into the seed maker and just make a little bit of seed. I think I got like 5,000 liters in there. But that's all I'm going to do for the rest of the day, so that's what we're going to wrap up the episode. Yeah, 2 fields over and done with. Hopefully the weather kind of cooperates with us for the next few days. Can I sneak underneath that? I should be able to sneak underneath that. Try to get both No, I was there. Let's hit that one. Let's not try to hit all the wrong buttons today. And that as well. And while it's unloading, let's go ahead and grab this nice little thing. Head back to the farm. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here in Hazzard County. But until then, have a good one.